Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover.
Well, what better way to enjoy Africa Day and to celebrate it than with delicious food, and we're about to do that right now. It's winter, you can feel it in the air, and if there's one satisfying side to be enjoyed, that's a hearty stew. And if you want to have a hearty stew or a curry or a soup this winter, have some steamed bread with it as well, something like ijeke, or itombolo, or bodambi, like you call it, whichever way you like to call it. It's traditional, it's South African, and it's a beautiful, doughy kind of bread to enjoy that is made by putting dough into a bowl and steaming it over water. You can cook it that way, or you can simmer it inside a stew, or even put it inside the stew itself so it can soak up all of those good flavors. And it's got a rich taste of Clover Creamel that we're going to be infusing into it for this particular recipe, with none other than Chef Dumi joining us to show us how to make this traditional deliciousness. Okay, ngwanako gae. Kidding. I heard you like we boga earlier on.
Yes, ke ne ke re ke le kgolo kwe, ke le Kotswana, ke le hlaba kgoho ka lemao, ke nna o morena ke hlabile. Yes.
Alala, Africa Day. Celebrated anyway. All right, so this recipe, I mean, I remember growing up and gogo adira bodambi, but I never really got to knowing how to make it. You kind of like smell it and you know it's being made because it's that kind of occasion, but I never really learned how to make it. So you are actually helping me out quite a lot over here. So what did you start off with?
I'll be cocoa today, don't worry, I got you. So to start off, we've got some flour in our bowl. Yeah. I've just added some salt and sugar. I'm going in with my yeast. So normally what would happen is when you're making this dough, it is important to make sure, like with any other bread dough, it is important to make sure that you prove it. By proving, what we mean is we basically make sure that this dough sits in a warm place before it gets baked or steamed, however you prefer to cook it. Mm-hmm. And that way what happens is the gluten and the yeast actually work together. And I don't know if you've noticed, once it's approved, when you open it up, maybe if you remove the cling wrap, you've got those bubbles in there.
Okay,
so that's basically what you're trying to do by proving it.
Wow.
And then that's when after that, then you go and steam it, obviously. But because we're using our secret ingredient today, which is Creamel, we want additional creaminess. So I'm going to put in a couple of teaspoons here to make sure, because the one thing I love about Creamel is that it gives you that additional creaminess. So you don't just have to use it for like coffee and tea.
Oh, okay,
you can use it for your samp. You can use it, I actually use it when I make scrambled eggs as
Really?
well. Yes, because you want that additional flavor.
Oh, they even got a delicious samp recipe on the side.
Right on the side. So I don't know if you noticed, my dough was a little bit tough and dry, so I added a bit of water just to loosen it up a bit, because you want it to be pliable. You want to be able to work with it. Now, if it's too dry, it becomes a problem.
Okay, all right.
So I've just added all the ingredients now. I added some of our Creamel. I've put in some water because it obviously needs an agent for it to hold together and bind together. So I've done that. And like Clem just mentioned earlier, salt is important with baking. So I also went in with some salt as well. I added some
Why
salt.
is salt important? It's a flavor enhancer, first of all, right?
I am the salt of the earth. It is very, basically, without salt, a lot of things wouldn't taste as great as they do, like even in baking. So it enhances the taste and the flavor of whatever it is that you're making.
Okay.
So it is very important. I mean, you just added salt to a drink. I mean, if that isn't proof enough that salt is necessary, then I don't know what is. So now that our dough has come together perfectly, I'm just going to quickly brush some oil, grease my bowl here, and then we're going to put it into our pot to cook and steam. I would say anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how dry or soft or soggy you want your bread to be. What we do at home, because we've got a signature way, but I'm sure other people do it this way as well.
Yeah.
I would actually put it in a plastic bag.
Yes. You are literally taking me back to my childhood.
Yes, we put the dough inside a plastic bag first, and then into a bowl, then into the pot.
Wow.
And then it steams, so obviously there's no water going into the actual dough itself.
Okay.
But then the steam, the excess steam that's in the pot that it's cooking in, cooks off the
moisture.
Yeah, so that's perfect. So what's gonna happen now is I'm putting this in here.
Oh, careful.
And I've got a small bowl at the bottom that's gonna make sure that there's no contact, obviously, because we don't want this bowl to crack or to break.
Yes.
So we put something at the bottom to make sure that it doesn't crack or break, or that there's no direct contact with the dough.
Heat.
But then also, someone did mention right now that you could also put a a little coin at the bottom, and then it'll basically give you like a hint once it starts rattling. Actually, Clem told me. Let me not say summer.
A coin?
Then you know that it's actually time to add more water.
Doesn't matter. 5 rand, 2 cents. What do you even get that?
Now,
5 bob.
I've just put a cloth here to make sure we capture that liquid as well. So if you want it as a trick, add a cloth.
Wow.
The water gets captured, and then your bread is revealed. Ta-da!
That's incredible. That's amazing. What did you call it? I know that some people call it ujeqe, idombolo, ledambi, bodambi. What did you guys call it? Leqebekwane.
Yes.
Yo, manna. Kamhole mnate ka teng. Di ka le leme wa utleng e reng.
E monate ka leleme.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much for this. This has been a trip down memory lane for me, and I'm surely going to try this out this week because I've been making killer stews. My stew game is on another level. Now if I can add this to it.
Remember to invite us over for lunch or dinner.
Hey, lockdown, lockdown. I said it level 2. Anyway, let us know how have you been, how have you taken your lockdown cooking skills and improved them? Well, we've got some messages from you. Makhoto Sehole earned some bragging rights by sharing a pic of her 7-color dinner in which she used clover mayo for a coleslaw, clover olive pride for the chicken, and chakalaka. A delicious plate it looks like indeed. What beautiful food you've created, Makhoto. Thank you very much. And that's how we like to do it in South Africa. 7 colors.
We're all about that rainbow nation.
Listen, it is
even on the
not
plate.
just on a Sunday, every day. And of course, since we are in Africa Month, we are interested to know if you have any African-inspired dishes up your sleeve. So show us and tell us by replying to the Clover competition post on our Expresso Facebook page or on our Twitter page. And then post a pic of yourself and your recipe creation, and then use the hashtag #LoveClover and tell us which Clover product you used to create that particular dish. Now, the winner will win a Clover Love Pack hamper, and we will also be making that winning recipe right here on Expresso Show. And we're officially, of course, in the last week of the competition, so show off your baking or your cooking skills and enter the competition. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover.